Meet me outside, meet me outside. Bitcoin, crypto, don't go for a ride. If you're gonna get your surfboard, get it tied. Wall Street Pete, sick dough crypto. Please don't flip though. I'm not always right though. I'm not a financial advisor, but just the gentleman wearing a visor. Yeah, it's time to hustle. It's just so simple, I'ma solve this puzzle. And if you didn't know that you're feeling puzzled,
Wall Street Pete here, coming right at you.
Got one job, I got 1, 2, 3. I'll take 4 more just for me. I'm buying crypto, I'm buying crypto. I'm dollar cost averaging, don't you know? You buy the dip, you have a sip, take a rip. Call me captain of this shit. I don't give a fuck, my name is Skip. XRP, Cardano, Ethereum. Take that shit right down to the cilium. I'ma put my fist through this shit. We're going to the moon and we're going soon. Alright, the name is Wall Street Pete.
Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. You hit the like and subscribe. Talk about going to the moon and going soon. How's everybody doing? I guess this evening, right? Sun's coming down. My mic broke. My mic is broken. Not happy. I am not happy at all right now. Currently not using a mic. So I hope the volume is good for you. We'll have to get that fixed. I'll have to go shopping for a new mic. Very disappointed. But it's not going to stop me from doing this live, right? We talked about 8 o'clock crypto news, and I said we would come to you live. We would talk about this stuff. But real quick, anybody who took this Jasmy with me, congratulations. I did have somebody actually shout me out. What's up, Nick, in the house? How are you, brother?
Real tight. We got this action. They're coming in tight again, and there's a lot of FOMOing coming in right now. So let me get rid of this mess that we're staring at. Falling wedge. I said eventually, and if you followed me on Instagram, I said for the Jasmy payment system, I did say eventually we're going to break out of this falling wedge. Are we breaking out of this falling wedge right now? It does seem so. I'm enjoying the price action. Where I'll possibly take the first level of profits would be the 113. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, I was talking about one of them.
And how did that break out? Pretty much good as usual. What's up, DeLuca? Miss you, brother. We've been talking about nothing but bearish momentums. That's all I've been saying for the weekend. I said, get ready, get ready, get ready. Nobody believed me. Nobody believed me. And then here we are on the daily, as you can see. And what's happened for the last 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, if I went to the daily chart, I would have seen that Sunday was a huge wick, and here's the new 8 o'clock daily candle. We cannot fall below the 22.7. We needed to finish a candle above the 22.7 on the monthly, which we have now gotten a new candle for everything. We've gotten a new candle for the monthly, we've gotten a new candle for the daily, and we've gotten a new candle for the weekly. So currently right now, Bitcoin is trading and holding the 23,200. Of course, Ethereum is down as it was fluttering up and down up to the 1700, 1740. As you can see, we're getting some resistance. I hope to come out to the new month. Of course, we do get some green action here. But the biggest deal on one of the charts, as I spoke of, what did I say? Well, 22.7, as you have 10 million different prices, and you know that the 22.7 we speak of right here was a very important one. So keep an eye on that as I hope we continue to go green and get our way all the way up to about 28.5. Big deal, I believe, in there. Much to talk about tonight. As I said, the weekly, the daily, and the monthly has all changed at the same time. 4-hourly candle, Bitcoin, 3 minutes, 2 minutes and change into it. So if you see what's happening, I said we would be very bearish coming into the Sunday night. I expected a fall, and just like that, we're getting it. So we have to fix a couple things. I'm not happy without the mic. It seems really weird. You hit the like, you hit the subscribe. Good evening, Philip. I see you're in the house. Don't have to tell you to hit the like and subscribe. So what I was doing, obviously, was checking out the Fibonacci sequence level. What happens here is, well, we don't know what's going to happen. Are we going to get the golden pocket? Are we going to fall and just make it through the 50%, the end of the golden pocket. That would be nice. And if that did happen, it would be a 22.6. So I would be pretty excited if Bitcoin fell all the way down to this price and actually continued to come back up after that. I would be very excited about that. Then it would say we broke this channel that we've been talking about all the way for 3 weeks now. I've been telling you that we're going to create an ascending channel. And if you followed me 3 weeks ago, and as you already know, you don't need me to tell you, but I could come all the way down here to 3 weeks. And I started this ascending channel explaining to you that this was going to happen. And right off the rip, 1 week ago, we can go even further. I'm not going to bore you, but we talked about this high volatile waves in the upward trajectory. And I said that this would happen. It would be a very bullish move and everyone would be back on the bandwagon. And well, guess what? Here we are today, 3 weeks later. You're following Wall Street, Pete Sicto, and crypto. So we're talking about this right now. I think it's very important. Ethereum as well. Keep an eye on it. But what's really happening is the high volatile waves are natural, right? So if I'm going to get a natural fall like we've been getting, we're most likely going to fall all the way down to here. I don't think we're going to fall any further. If we do fall further than this price, it's going to be like a warning, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. We're going to have a humongous problem. So don't expect to fall any lower than this specific price. Can we do like a blue color or something? There we go. That's what I think is going to happen. So with a grain of salt, please take this down and pay attention. We're going to look at the RSI level. We're going to match this up, relative strength index chart. And currently looking at that, if I were to keep moving in this, and if you look at this, what are we doing? Well, we're slightly creating new higher RSI levels, and you're allowed to do that. You're definitely allowed to do that. And as we're continuing to find this, this is definitely possible to see in the technical analysis on the RSI level. So I'm pretty excited about that. When I see this fall, which obviously it's been hitting this level pretty strong at the 30, topping out at the 70, let's be honest, the whales here are trading this. The whales are specifically enjoying this. They're enjoying this wave. They're making a lot of money on this wave. And as I show you and reveal to you what's happening on the price, maybe you didn't know this was happening, that's where you're going to get your 21.5 most likely. And that's what I see happening. Wouldn't surprise me very much. Would it surprise you? Does this look like the pattern would continue to go if I were to tell you that the whales were continuing to buy, but it was going to make the price go up? Would that finish the puzzle for you? Would that make sense? Well, it makes sense to me, so don't know what to tell you with that. This may sound like a joke, but sold half of my Jasmy, need liquidity for the next dip. My man, Stan, what a plan. That's what I'm talking about. And that's exactly what I was saying. Let's get to the Jasmy price, right? We talked about that level. People were excited. Some people really believe in my technical analysis. Some people think it's bullshit, but guess what? If you watched that video, I told you right here at this price, I'll be taking profits. I didn't say I'd be taking a lot because I thought maybe we'd still go up to a cent and a quarter. So I'm not Nostradamus. But I said I'm going to take profits just in case this starts falling down. I don't want to be disappointed. I've gotten my ass kicked in this market many times before. And you know what? I've learned. So maybe it's time for you to learn. Maybe it's time for you to understand. But I said this could happen, and boom. Don't get rid of that. Show that. Maybe perhaps this is where we come down to. This is where you get a new entry at almost the 1 cent level. So it did come down, actually, at the 1 cent level. We still broke out of this falling wedge, so there is something to talk about. We have two big price actions here coming up, and this is still a bearish signal. So please don't get hoo-hoo-ha-ha all sad on me now. Jasmy token still looking pretty good, but as you see here, we have ways to come down a little bit more, as you can see. So the trend is your friend to the end. Right now the trend was up. We're breaking that currently, as you can see, the double top up here, definitely coming down. So we'll see what happens. It's Sunday. Total crypto market cap is reflecting, right? We were at 1.12, I believe, at one point today. Hold on a second, I got a drink. I take big drinks. Thank you for your patience. So, it reminded me when I said thank you. Anybody watched the NFL draft 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when the guy went, he sneezed, and he said to himself, bless you. Thank you. I swear, I don't know why, but it just reminded me of that when he blessed you himself and he thanked himself. So we're going to hit refresh. So we're still 1.08 trillion market cap. Not the end of the world, right? Not the end of the world. We were hovering over the 1.07. We were upset. We went under the trillion. It was a big deal. Now, if you pay attention, we're just continuing to rise into the volume the same kind of way, right? Creating new higher lows as we're continuing to go. As the money falls out, it's continuing to still be higher in volume, just not as much, right? We're continuing to grasp up. Ethereum token. I love Ethereum. Ethereum is my girlfriend. Common sense. Currently, right now, that cup and handle is finally complete at the 1731. Congratulations, anybody that had the balls to hold this. I want to know in the comment section, was there a single person? Because if you watched my video from when I said to buy Ethereum at 11.25, if you watched the video, July 13th, I'm pretty sure that was the date we watched it. I said, or it was the 14th. Either way, it does not matter. It was one of these 2 days. I said, it's time to get Ethereum. And it's looking like we're going to get this big cup and handle, guys. And I said all the way to the 1731, and then perhaps we'll get that handle down. Now, the manipulation came early. And it's a shame, but it did come early. So we'll see what happens. But in the all grand scheme of things, ladies and gentlemen, this is a cup and handle. What do we get down to? I believe we could have touched the 1554. That's why that price was already there for you. We'll see. I got to get rid of some of the garbage I put up here because it gets annoying. But all this stuff is here for a reason. This is Ethereum, as I said. Please hit the like and subscribe. It's very important to get the Wolves all this information out there for other people. 8 o'clock candle. We're here. It's finally happened. Here's the daily candle. We have now another 23 hours and 10 minutes. We're only 10 minutes into this candle. And we're getting a little bit of a downfall. So not the end of the world. Daily on Ethereum, relative strength index chart real quick. We're really high on the RSI, even on the daily. And as you know, the trend is your friend. But we're still pretty high. So I do expect coming into tonight and tomorrow, we might test this. There's a chance. Wouldn't surprise me much. Building a little bit of support right now, so I'm really happy about that. If we see some volume kick in and we can get back to the 1.1, all right, then maybe we're going to avoid this cup and handle coming down a little harder to the 15. But right now, Ethereum, nothing really in the cards that don't tell me that we're not going to see 15, 52, 15, 55. Like I said, nothing's guaranteed, but this is technical analysis. This is why we're here. We try to prepare you for this. What's up, Mia? You have ADA. ADA is red day to rockets. Well, as you already know, the Vessel hard fork, well, that has been delayed for August. So the month of August is tomorrow. So wonderful. And as we have a wonderful every day, we have, what's his name? Every month, excuse me, Blake. A follower of ours on Instagram. He is pretty much a sponsor to the show. So once again, thank you very much, Blake, for being a sponsor to the show. I appreciate you. He puts a donation to the Wolves through PayPal on the About Us and actually sends donations every month. So we're putting that into a cryptocurrency. One day we're going to reveal what we have done with it. Pretty excited for that. And I wonder if Blake is listening, and he might one day be excited for that himself. So I'm going to keep putting this $50 that Blake gives me every month. And I've been doing it for over a year. And what I'm going to do is reveal what token I put that in and eventually how many gains we had and how much was put in and vice versa. I think it's going to be a pretty good analysis one day. So I'm Wall Street Pete here. Any coin, used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange, you want to talk about? I guess Cardano was one of them. There was Biconomy. I said that a cup and handle inside a cup and handle is coming. I did warn this for a lot of people a few days ago. So this is maybe a token to talk about, and I said get ready for this, and I could show you the proof in 2 seconds flat. But this is what happens when you get this 100%. You get a cup inside a cup and handle, and then you'll keep going until you hit your price. Right now, 69 cents seems to be a big problem. For this. So 69 cents Biconomy Web Layer 3. I'm a big believer in this token. I believe in this token just like I believe in, ready? Cardano. Big believer, just like Jasmine Payment System, I'm a big believer. Not as much, but how about equally to, and I'm looking for it, I can't find it right now, Matic Polygon, wherever the heck you may be. Matic, it's up higher. Big believer in Matic Polygon. So some of these things here, you got to be careful, but Cardano, Bioeconomy, Matic Polygon, and there is a couple more. Chainlink we talk about. Crow. Crow is sitting at the top of every billboard of every game you go to at the Lakers Stadium. I mean, come on. He wants to talk about Shiba. Gary likes to play with the coins that are under a penny. And how should you not want to, right? I don't blame the gentleman. These are worth crazy coins. Did sell some. Obviously, I got out. I'm not messing around. I put my stop loss. I am out even Steven. All I did was pay for some fees, and I'm okay with that. All right, Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu, however you want to say it. Currently, right now, looking at this. Get a couple indicators. This is the 4 hourly. We'll switch back and forth and see what we got. MACD, what are we looking at here? Obviously bearish for the past few days here, as you can see, with the rest of the market. I believe we're preparing for something, but the RSI level here gets stuck in the middle and wants to do a little move to the upside, so it's not sure. There was a lot of whales that bought Shiba Inu just recently. So that's something to put into consideration. I expect high volatile waves probably to continue to move in the upward direction. If you pay attention to that, that's kind of mimicking what Bitcoin and a few others are doing. So I don't know if you've noticed that, but Shiba Inu, really, I mean, pay attention, definitely to mention, it is doing something similar to, and that's the cup inside the cup and handle as well. I was trying to teach some people about that. This is a really big, and I remember calling that price out. I called the price that was going to fall and come right back up here, and it was a wonderful video in June. I remember that. That's why there's a smiley face there. But here we are right now, currently doing this ascending channel. But what's happening is it's an ascending triangle pattern that I believe is forming instead of that channel. And you may be able to see it a little better from what I'm showing here. This is what we're talking about, and I do believe that there's a higher chance that this can break to the upside, but there's a pretty decent, I think it's like a 60-40 split. There's a 60-40 split that this could come down, and this is what scares me because I was looking at the rest of the market, and the rest of the market seemed to follow through with this. Let me go back to Bitcoin in a second to show you what I meant. That we're talking about Shiba Inu. I know that. So what I was worrying about, I'm going to go to the daily really fast, and I want you to see this. Is this the chart? No, I can't look at that. It hurts my eyes. All right, here's the chart. So this is the chart, obviously, right? We talked about this. And we talked about how there could be another fall coming. And I want people to understand that this is why it's so scary. We're getting right back into Shiba Inu in a second. But I want you to understand how Shiba was following something similar to this move, which is great. Now, my worry is if we perhaps start losing some volume, the FOMO is going to come out, and what we may see is something that dips us down to somewhere where we really don't want to go. And it's going to mimic the trend is your friend until we break that. I don't know how many times I need to continue to harp on this, but I'm going to keep harping on it until we break that trend. So you must understand how important. Nobody notices the difference in the mic? I don't have a mic, so I was just wondering. I guess we won't use one if we just have the camera that works well with it. But if you look at this right now, currently, the fall to the downside, I'm kind of worried about that coming. If the whales decide to scare us, and as you know, the whales are in charge. It's not us. We are not in charge. Unless you have 100,000 Bitcoin, you're really not going to do much. And I don't even think that's going to do much anymore. The price has gone so low and insignificant that I just don't think even 100,000 Bitcoin. So thank you. I appreciate that. Now I know I'm doing well. All right, so what we're going to look here is we're going to look for this cup and handle, as I said, to come through. But I just wanted people to understand how important and how scary. This is what I expect. This is what I expect. And what I expect is not always what's going to happen. Now, we're going to retrace down a few here and there on these levels. Like I said, stay alive into these levels. We cannot fall past. On this trend line, if you pay attention, definitely to mention, I expect something like 21.6 to come down and then repeat and come back through. So we'll see if that does happen. Like I said, I expect it. But what the ultimate move is, in the end of the day, you're looking at a cup and handle, humongous cup and handle coming through. I believe we can get it. But what worries me is the resistance that we'll receive either after that or perhaps when this ascending channel dies. So, I mean, nothing lasts forever. You know that. It can't go up forever. But as we are continuing to grow with the adoption, we'll see what happens. I'm waiting for a parabolic move to break out. And if you notice the parabolic move, well, we're way above this descending right here where we fell majorly in Bitcoin. So I'm Wall Street Pete, Sickdo in crypto. Pay attention to the monthly. I wanted to go back to Shiba Inu and show you before we go. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was thinking. Boring sideways action, finishing in here, and then eventually what you're going to have is some type of fighting. We're going to have to fight this fall. And the only way to fight this fall is to completely go to the upside. And that is a mirror image of what happened. The whales are doing these types of patterns. Understand the whales are buying down here when you're selling shit scared, buying down here when you're scared, buying down here when you're scared, and obviously are the reason why the price is falling, because they're selling up here. And it's so much money and it's millions and millions of dollars that we wish we can have, but instead the rich get richer. So if you make a stupid move, you'll go backwards for a little bit. Now, none of this is financial advice, of course. Pay attention to this chart, because I notice this is Shiba Inu. We do not need to take this down to this leverage here, and now this is where you find yourself in your basically an ascending channel. Now it's looking a little better. So as I see this happen, we can continue to say I believe in and up and down into this range. As you can see, we're going pretty smooth. So I'm happy with Shiba Inu. Don't believe that we'll find any problems until we get to right about here. What is that, the 1300? You're going to have a hard time between the 1300 and the 1200 was an issue, as you can see. We're falling through behind, but once we get above the 12, you'll see 13. It seems like a cheap, cheesy kind of level, but if you do see the levels that we were touching up here, they're telling you there's something going on. So, but mainly pay attention, like I said. Let me get rid of this. Mainly pay attention to the pattern. And the pattern is inside of this ascending channel. Until you break out to the upper downside, you really won't know where the drastic move is. But guess what? As soon as you're breaking through this level down here on the yellow bar, or this slope to the upside on this bar, you will know we're breaking to the upside or we're breaking to the downside. How fun is that? There's not too many channels that break it to you down just like that. Understand that that is most likely what's going to happen. There's no other way to learn. Obviously, you get scared. The FOMO is real. People FOMO out the same way that people FOMO in. Fear of missing out for it going to the top. Fear of missing out as it's going down. They feel like they can get a better price to buy lower. That's what happens the same way up and down. So Shiba Inu expects things like this. This is not out of the, this is not out of the woodworks. This is not impossible to happen. Maybe you want to lift it up a little bit, because you see we haven't been really touching this slope as much, but the last two times we have. So we really have to put that in consideration. This slope on the bottom here seems to be pretty accurate, actually. So if we come down to the slope a little lower than here, like I said, don't go nuts. Just know, hey, there's a plan. Technical analysis. We will keep doing this until one decides to dramatically break through. All right, so we're either going to get oversold or overbought, and that's when you're going to find out it's time for Shiba Inu to either break to the top and make gains and sell when you get over around here, because when you get to the 2000 level, if you didn't sell around here, you're going to be wishing you did. And I'm not saying we're going there anytime soon. I can't imagine when the hell it's going to take to get there, but I'll tell you that is definitely a level to pay attention to. Get rid of that level, and look how high we've come. I had a level there, but let's be real as steel. You already know there's going to be a 2000 level. That's going to be interesting. So Shiba Inu, you asked for it. You're going to get it. So there it is. Like I said, when this breaks up and this comes through, you're going to find resistance at this level hardcore. We're not going to be able to stop this price from going up when it eventually happens. But remember what I said in the beginning of all of this. Sometimes the whales decide different and want to scare you out. So I'm going to head out right now. Have a wonderful night. Wall Street Pete, Sickdo in crypto. Gentlemen, I used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. Worked my ass off there the best I could to learn the knowledge from everyone. This was the badge magnetized to get me into the building. Bomb-sniffing dogs, policemen with M4s, M16s. It was pretty cool. Seriously, the president would come and visit sometimes, ring the bell. We would get some athletes, some movies stars, Will Smith, Cameron Diaz. It's pretty wild. Robbie Downey Jr. visited before I was in the building. He visited in the early 90s and the late 80s or something like that. And there was one on YouTube. You can look it up. He cursed the whole place out. He said they were money-hungry, filthy animals. He was probably right. These guys had a lot of money, and they still do today. But everybody have a wonderful night. Please be careful. Don't FOMO in or out of this market. Just pay attention to the technical analysis, and the rest will take care of itself. And one little tidbit, as I see this little ADA is ready to rocket, you're not lying. I really do believe that Cardano is ready to go to about $1. So you pay attention to that. We're out of here like Vladimir. I ain't talking about Putin. Yes, sir.